children get, the more desperate the narcissist gets, because the older the children get and they are fully aware of what is going on, they are not easily as manipulated as they were when they were younger. Hi guys, welcome to Co-Parent with a Narcissist 101. I'm Kate. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I upload more videos. The narcissist gets desperate as time goes on, as the kids get older, because they're not easily manipulated as they were when they were kids. So the older the kids get, the more desperate the narcissist gets, especially if there's a new supply is not then they can't really get enough of a supply, so they get it everywhere, and of course you will forever be a target. So attacking the children is an attack to you, so they will always try to get the kids shift from your side, forget about you and move to their side. So they will keep trying to do this. So but as the kids are getting older, certain things don't work anymore, so when if all else fails, the gift, trying to buy them with gifts is not really working as well, because most of the time, like I said, the gift that they buy for the kids is not really something. There's no thought to it. It never is a thought to it. It's always something that you did that they're countering, or something that you said not to do that they're doing. So there isn't a thought process that goes into it, and eventually the kids, the older they get, they'll get this. So the kids are catching on to the disappointment, the frequency of the disappointment. There's so many times, that they're planning to do, the future faking that they, that probably work with the kids, like, oh, we're going to Disneyland, and, when they're 4 or 5, you don't show up or whatever it is, and come and atone and maybe get them McDonald's or get them this, something else, they kind of maybe not think about that. But as the older they get and you keep doing this, they know that, okay, this is you. So you show up with all the, things that, we're going to do in quote, and all the fun things and everything. They're going to look at you like, as time goes on, they're catching up to this. And of course, the narcissist is noticing that this is not working anymore. They're not really as excited, if like my children, if he tells them something about it, they're like, oh, okay. And then, hang up the phone, they'll be like, oh, he's never going to do it. And there's no excitement to it. So eventually the kids get older. None of this works, So if all else fails, the narcissist would try to divide the children. The desperate narcissist would try to divide the children, because this achieves 2 things. One, it gets at you. You're the target, always. Whatever that is going to hurt you, they're going to do it. And 2 is to create the breeding ground for a conflict, which will provide supply for them. 1 is to attack you, hurt you some way, and 2 is to create the breeding ground for supply for them. So they try to divide the kids. Now let me tell you this: my son had the birthday, and the kids, uncles, aunties, or whatever, even some from the narcissist side, wished him a happy birthday. Some of them sent emails, some of them sent texts, letting me, told me to tell him to, happy birthday and everything, So some people, my whole family over here, kind of showed up, came over, and did some little get together for him for happy birthday. So all this happened throughout the day. The narcissist never called until late in the night. He finally called, and of course, the boy is excited. He's talking about, this happened, how I celebrate my birthday, this happened, this person did this, person did that, and everything. So as I was walking by, I heard him say, my son say, I'm your first son and your first child. Of course, my nosy mama radar went off. I'm like, what? Why is he stating the obvious? I am your first son and your first child. So, but I stopped and looked at him. He didn't look like he was, in any distress or anything like that. So I kind of walked away, figured out, I'll ask about it later. So he finished with the phone call, and I'm like, why are you telling him you are, telling me your first son and you the, first son and the first child? And he told me, he's like, well, he said, I was telling him about, how the celebration, everything went. And he told me, oh, you're getting to be a big boy. You do know that you're my favorite child, right? Like, I said, what? He's like, yeah, he told me I'm my favorite child. So I told him I'm his first child and his first son. I said, well, that's right. You are his first child and his first son. Is that because he was like, because I know my sister is here, so I don't know if you're supposed to have a favorite. And then he's asking me, do you have a favorite? Of course, no. As parents, in as much as we have the kids, some of them that are personalities, similar or match up, whatever, but they're your kids. You don't love them any less, obviously. So you're not going to start telling the kids that this one is my favorite or this one is not my favorite. And even as an adult, that kind of sounds weird and messed up. So telling that to a child, at that age is a recipe for disaster. So you don't say that, but only a narcissist would do something like this. So all of a sudden, with everything that the boy said, shows him, even people from his own side, we're still keeping in touch, with the kids, and, to the point of knowing when their birthdays were and, wishing them happy birthday. So he decides that he'll come up with, you are my favorite child, And the boy was like, what about the others? And my sister is here, and then there's another son over there, So, but this is what a desperate narcissist would do. Now you say that, and the kids are now, will come up in, maybe come up in a discussion among themselves, and this one is claiming this one's claiming this, and the other one will feel some type of way about it. And of course, this is going back and forth. Maybe they'll start competing with stuff, which is exactly what the narcissist wants. If there's conflict, if there's chaos, that is breeding ground for the supply that he needs. So he puts that in his head. He will, run with it, and there you go. The kids are now, by the time they're in competition with among themselves. So of course I quickly, shut that whole thing down and explain to him that's how this works. You're not supposed to really have a favorite child. You're supposed to, all your children are supposed to be your favorite. So, but this is what a desperate narcissist would do. He feels he's losing grip. He feels that nothing, he didn't come up with all his future promising and faking, things to do, because at some point he has learned that it's probably not working as the older they get. So this is the route they choose to take. Now you're trying to divide the children, because if the children are in competition among themselves, there you go. Now he's in the middle, enjoying this chaos, while I'm sure pretending to resolve it. But he'll be in the middle enjoying this, because the chaos that is outside is matching the chaos that is inside. So guys, you got to keep an eye on this. I tell you, my nosy mama radar went off, because I paused. I'm like, wait, what do I need to fix now? So I had to stop and look at him and see how he's reacting to whatever it is he's saying. So I figured, I don't know what he told him. So you keep an eye on this, because you never know with these people. These are miserable people. These are chaotic people that run around trying to create the same environment of what is going inside, create that outside for other people. All right, guys, you take care.